This will probably be my most valuable video, so sit tight and get ready. I'm gonna be revealing a product that I did $1 million with in just 6 short months and absolutely changed my life. I'll share the website, the product, the actual ads I ran, and the lessons I learned that would have made me so much more money with this store because it was far from smooth sailing. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible in this video because I'm gonna be honest, when I started dropshipping, there was nothing like this. Like, I didn't know what a winning product looked like. I had no clue what a winning website looked like, so I'll share all of that in this video with you guys. So I started this store in June of 2020 along with a few other products. Essentially, I was just rapid fire testing tons of products with Facebook ads with no luck, just hoping to strike gold. The issue was I was selling products that honestly weren't too appealing and they didn't solve any huge problem. So customers just were not interested in them at all. Suppliers dried up, nobody could really fulfill orders, and I was kind of screwed. I had like 5 to 10K ready to invest, but I had nothing really to do because again, these suppliers weren't really able to ship out orders because of everything that happened. I went from testing products like every single week to not even being able to test products for a whole month. During that time though, I kept doing product research just in case a winning product started to trend. I was scouting on Flippa, which is essentially a platform / marketplace where people go to list their dropshipping stores and sell them, and I came across this extremely weird product that caught my eye, that was doing some astronomical numbers that I didn't even think were real, if I was being honest. Now, this person was selling a store that had done $40,000 in sales with just $4,000 in ad spend, and that was in 1 month. This all seemed way too good to be true. Personally, at the time, I was happy to spend $1 and get back $3 to $4, so hearing that this person was getting a 10x return on their investment was completely unheard of for me at the time. I was just like, this has to be fake, no way he's actually getting these numbers. I threw this product into the mix and got ready to test it out, and at the time I was very against general stores because I thought it hurt conversion rates too much, so I got to working on a one product store for this exact product. I simultaneously was testing out a different product just to see which one would do better because again, those results that I saw on Flippa just did not seem real to me at the time, so I wasn't getting my hopes up. If I'm being honest, I had no clue if the product was gonna work or not. I'm kinda at this point just throwing stuff at the wall hoping something would stick. Well, day 1 came around, my ad spent money, and I got a total of no sales. Yep, no sales. So at this point, I could have easily thrown in the towel and said, hey, I gave it a shot, tested this for a day, this weird product didn't work. But again, it was only like $25 or $50 spent, and I thought, what's the harm in throwing another $50 at the product for another day of testing just to see how it performs. Now, the product was high ticket. I was selling the product for $300 a pop, meaning spending another $50 to get a sale is still not bad considering that would still only be $100 in ad spend to generate 300 bucks. That's still a really good margin, and I would still be making tons of money. Well, day 2 came around. I ended up spending a whopping $49 on ads, and I generated a sale, $539 to be exact. This is insane because if you guys run the numbers for that day, it was a 10.9x ROAS, which for those of you guys don't know, it's a 10x return on ad spend, ROAS. So every dollar I put in, I got back almost 11. It seemed like luck though, so I definitely didn't celebrate and consider this a winning product because again, I only got one purchase. It wasn't like I had scaled this up to hundreds of thousands of dollars yet, so I kept it at a low budget, and after a week, I spent about $375 on ads. And well, after week 1, how did ads do? Week 1, sales came out to $4,529. This was a 12x return on my ad spend. At this point, I realized I had pretty much struck gold. This is where the first issue and I shook hands and met. So essentially, the issue was it was a brand new ad account that I was running these ads on, which meant I could only spend $50 per day. So I couldn't scale this up to $1,000 per day overnight. I had to stay at $50 every single day for ads. I know this was extremely horrible. I had the best opportunity, the best product. My ads were killing it, but I couldn't scale it up just because my accounts were capped out at $50 a day. It sucked. I could have easily linked up another ad account and got to scaling, but I didn't. I just stayed on this original ad account, and eventually my $50 per day limit got up to maybe $100, then $150, then $250, until finally I was starting to be able to spend $500 to $1,000 every single day. So what happened after the first week? Well, in week 2, I spent around $1,500 in ads, except this time I got an insane return of 12x. So every dollar I spent, I got $12 back. GTA infinite money glitches don't have shit on me. Now when the product actually started selling, I had no clue who my supplier would be. I tried to look on AliExpress, but I didn't find any listings. So I headed to the next best place, hoping to find a supplier, and I ended up finding one, and this place was called Alibaba. I ended up chatting with 3 suppliers from Alibaba for the product, all of which were telling me that they were the original supplier of the product and that I should go with them. One was charging me $90 for this product that I was gonna sell for $300. Another was trying to charge me $130, and then another one was kind of in the middle. So I just decided to go with the cheapest option and had my fingers crossed. Surprisingly, that supplier that was charging me the least amount of money actually worked out pretty well. Product quality was on point. My margins were also amazing, good enough to where I was actually able to afford a 5-day shipping line for my customers, and they absolutely loved me for it. The best part is my profit margins at this point were around 65% to 70%, which is quite a bit of money. Week 3, a whopping $1,750 was spent on ads. Anyone want to guess the amount of return we actually got? It was 18. So yes, every dollar I put in, I got 18 back. Now this all sounds insane. I know people probably won't believe me, so I'm gonna pop up some results on the screen of just the ads and the actual Shopify store, just so you guys see that I'm not BSing you guys at all. At this point, I knew it was a winner, so I immediately started to chat up and negotiate with my supplier, who at the time was just fulfilling orders off of Alibaba. I ran the numbers and found out I would go from a 3x markup to a 10x markup if I just ordered the product in bulk, so I decided to do that, ordered the products to my place in California, and cut my costs from $90 shipped per product to $30 shipped, which is completely ridiculous. Now seems like a good time to reveal the store and the product. Welcome to Thermo Health US, a trusted site to combat COVID and help you save time and money for your business while keeping it safe. We had custom videos made for our products, custom packaging for our products, custom photos, pretty much everything to make sure our store stood out. For the month of June, this product only did $5,000 in sales, but July is when stuff went crazy. That number jumped from 5K to almost a little under $250,000. It was at $230,000 in sales, and the special part about July is I only spent 20K on Facebook ads and overall marketing in general. That's not too bad at all. Real quick, you guys need to be surrounded by like-minded individuals if you plan on growing your business. I'll have a link below where you guys can join my free Discord and actually chat with myself and other people who are also trying to start dropshipping and get their business rolling. It's free to join and you'll be able to learn tons and connect with some cool people. So yeah, again, link below, and now let's get back into the video. The main reason this business ended up taking off was our premium pricing, our easy to understand video ads, and then also our value towards our customers. See, high ticket dropshipping works extremely well, but only if you sell a high ticket product. But once you sell that product, you deliver on the product with a quality product, and then also quality customer support. So actually taking care and valuing the customer. During July, this is when I expanded the team. I hired someone to fulfill orders. I hired people to manage customer support, take care of phone calls, take care of live chats, pretty much doing everything. If you name it, we probably did it. And the reason I did this was because a lot of competitors were popping in, trying to copy our product and undercut the market, selling the product for cheaper, but none of them did any of this stuff. So I thought, let's do what everyone else is not doing. No one's doing live chats, no one's doing live call centers. So I went above and beyond what everyone else was doing, and it actually made a difference. A lot of customers liked what we were doing, liked that they could talk to someone live if they needed to, and that's probably why a lot of customers went with our business over competitors. At this point, I had made over $100,000 profit with this product and with the store, and at this time, I felt like a baller and knew that this was the time where I needed to continue scaling up this business. I then expanded into a pro version of the product, basically the same exact product, but it just had more options and more functions. And this product ended up going on to do over $100,000 in sales, and I never even ran Facebook ads for the product. Now, the product kept selling throughout 2020, and we ended the year off with around $900,000 in sales, and that was just on the Shopify dashboard. We actually got tons of customers who ended up just paying us with wires and also checks. So this is around the time where we had crossed our $1 million in sales. Now, this all sounds like sunshine and rainbows, but what issues did I run into, and what sort of stuff can you guys learn from this story? How about we start with someone exposing my product and writing an article saying that I was the owner of the store. So basically, a journalist from IPVM reached out to me via my personal email and addressed to me on my personal name. Hey, Sebastian Esqueda, I'd like to ask you some questions about Thermo Health and blah, 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 get your input on this before I write an article on you. And I was like, Number one, who the hell is this dude and why does he think he's entitled to talk to me and ask me all these questions about my business? Number two, how did he get my info? And number three, like, why is he writing an article about me? So number two, which was how did he get my info, I bought thermohealth.us, which at the time I had no clue. .us domains don't hide your actual identity when you register the domain. So he got my email, my phone number, and everything from that domain, which that's mistake number one on me. He used this whole article to kind of paint me as someone like I'm a scammer selling this thermometer to people during COVID, trying to take advantage and make tons of money. Overall, just exposing the product, saying that Sebastian Esqueda is selling this product, and then trying to make me look like a horrible person. Another instance was where I almost got a lawsuit for actually selling this product. A customer bought our thermometer, he loved it, he ended up posting it on his restaurant's Instagram, showing that he loved this new device and invited customers in to eat at his restaurant, showing that he was still being safe during these times. And then he sent us a not so nice email, essentially just stating that he was irritated that we sold him this product for 300 bucks and he could go ahead and buy it for a fraction of the cost on eBay. So essentially, he was mad that we overcharged him on the product, which I didn't really think that I was in any sort of legal issue just simply marking up a product and selling it. Like, isn't that what pretty much every other business does? So I simply just told my customer support reps, give him a partial refund, let's get the product back, and then we'll be on our way. But I simultaneously was doing research on the computer, looking this dude up, and found out that he had actually won around $6 million in lawsuits and was threatening to sue us. So I was like, maybe we should take a little bit more care of him. And he was threatening to sue us, which kind of freaked me out. Now at this time, I had no clue what sort of legal issues or trouble we would get into, so I just gave him a full refund and we went our separate ways because I did not want to deal with any sort of legal battles. I didn't have time for that. The last issue that put a halt on this whole business, and I guess it's kind of a downfall, but it wasn't really a crazy one, was Facebook banning our accounts. So this was in October, our accounts got restricted and we couldn't run Facebook ads towards our website. And instead of changing the domain, swapping to a new account, we just let it go because the Rona was actually chilling out. Even though we had no active ads running and weren't spending any marketing budget, we still did over 100K in sales from October to December, which is pretty impressive. Now, this was obviously a big issue. I wasn't able to spend any money to get new customers. The only positive was our customers loved us. So I was able to continue to sell to our existing customers because they really liked the product and the experience they had with our brand. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I still did really well after October, after our accounts got suspended. Now, there wasn't really any big downfall with this. I guess the only one would be like the fact that Rona kind of dried up and it wasn't as apparent, which meant my customers weren't buying the product as regularly. Overall, this was an insanely wild ride. Literally months before I tested this product out, I had less than $10,000 ready to invest, and now I had this business that was making me thousands of dollars every single day in profit. It was completely unreal. I should have expanded into a lot of other products to make more money, to keep selling to my existing customers, but oh well, I guess I know for next time. Now for the juicy part though. Now it is time for the finale, the thing everyone has been waiting for in this whole video probably. How much did I actually profit from this 6 months of this store running and actually doing $1 million in sales? What was the profit? Now, my total amount generated in this 6 months, including checks and wires and everything, I'm gonna read the number out. It was $1,009,772, bringing the total profit for those prior 6 months to a total of, and I'm gonna read this one out as well, $536,280 before tax, which again, that's still nuts. It's not too bad at all considering most people operate their dropshipping stores at around 10 to 20% margin. Doing $5 million in a year at 10% profit, that's what I did with only $1 million. I got $500,000 profit, again, pre-tax, which is really great that we were able to hit such high profit margins. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe below if you want to see more content like this. Like the video, and if you guys do need more help with your dropshipping store, I'll have a link below to book a free call with my team to help you get started with dropshipping and grow your dropshipping business. Other than that, see ya!